All right, so I'm in the group. I'm doing this in real time. I'm not going to edit this or anything like that. I'm going to just go through it and scroll how I would normally scroll and talk about some pictures and talk about some things that I look at and just kind of give you an idea of how my eye is. Everybody's ability to see certain things is tuned differently. I feel like mine is pretty fine tuned and I'm pretty strict with how I apply my critique or how or what I like and what I don't like and what I may present to the other admins to get a feature and stuff like that. So, all right. So the first shot up on the board here is from Kirk Kugel. I guess that's how you pronounce his name. He's done quite a few shots like this with fire, where the fire is not really lit. So that's one thing that I always look at that will kind of turn me off and to say that needs to be fixed. I like the spacing of all the characters here, and he's got an old school invaders, which reminds me we definitely need an updated Bucky, which I think is something that my man Kev had asked Hasbro reps about. And this looks like the really old Toy Biz Human Torch here. I actually just broke out this figure when I was cleaning up my stuff the other day. Um, but I feel like this still needs a little bit of work. I personally wouldn't hit like on this particular one because I do feel like there's some things that can be cleaned up, primarily the fire. And that's pretty much it. Maybe just the light and maybe add just a little more depth to the back of this here. But if you're going to use the fire, you got to find some way to light it where it's nice and bright because that would really highlight everything here and make everything else pop. He's got some cutouts here, some cutout work here, which is pretty nice. I like Namer's pose here, and that looks pretty good. And I like Cap, but what is Bucky doing? He doesn't really have anything in his hand. He's just out there with no weapon in the middle of the battle or what have you. I like the staging. I like this area, but I think he probably could have cleaned up these characters a little bit. It's been up for an hour. He's at 50 likes. He's getting a decent response, though, I suppose. There's that. This is a picture here from my man Carl Pennington, which is pretty nice. Decent diorama here. I'm not sure who did this, but it looks like this is going to be something that has to do with Mysterio. He's got a couple of panels here. I guess this is supposed to be Peter just kind of becoming aware that something's fishy here. One thing that I always look at too is how the figures are posed. If they're all posed exactly the same, I'm not always a fan of that. Unless they're kind of soldiers, and these guys kind of look very distinct and all kind of look exactly the same. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about this shield here. And it's saying, why would he have a shield right in the middle of just active duty, just kind of on duty? I guess he was trying to switch it up a bit. But I'm looking at every little thing when it comes to stuff like that. What makes sense? What doesn't make sense? If I see something that doesn't make sense, then I might not like it. But I do like this green smoke here. It would have been nice if he hit this with a little more light to really make that pop. That would look cool. But I like the idea. I do like what he has going on here for the most part. So there's that. I'm big on symmetry. So this is pretty decent symmetry with Punisher right here in the middle. I probably would have centered these two guys, not centered them, but made them visible the same amount, if that makes sense. Kind of moved this guy over a little bit. But I like Punisher smack dab in the middle. But again, talking about making things make sense. Again, this is from Noah Pratt, by the way. He takes really good shots for the most part. But making things make sense. This door back here, where did Punisher come from? Are we to assume that he just dropped down behind them? If that was the case, they would have definitely heard that. Where did he come from? Having an opening back here would just kind of help tell the story and make everything make sense. But I like the idea for the most part. I wouldn't hit like on it right now though. Sometimes I'll look at stuff and I'll scroll past it and come back to it and really think about it. And this right here is just kind of all about the smoke. This guy George Segovia, I guess that's how you pronounce his name. He takes some really interesting pictures with dealing with like scale and stuff like that. And that's another thing. I'm not this is on the fly. I know the people just by knowing how they post and knowing what they post. Like, it's not like I don't know this guy personally, but I know of his work. And for the most part, I've got a good idea of everybody that's in a group that posts regularly and what their style is like. This, it's not really much going on here. It's really just a lot of smoke, and it is what it is. It's kind of a basic, kind of simple shot. It's nice lighting and stuff like that, though, so it's okay. But I wouldn't hit like on it right now, but it might be something that could be utilized for a simple Sunday or something like that, or something more simple. This right here obviously needs some work. I could see my man Simon did a shot like this a while ago that was pretty phenomenal. You see he's getting a bunch of feedback and a bunch of people telling him. In fact, Simon actually showed him his version of it. There was two versions. He's got a darker one, and then he had one that was a little brighter. I think somebody bumped it. We'll probably see it here shortly. But this is a good start for this guy. And as Simon mentioned in the comments down here, he did a good job hiding the stand. But he just needs to make this area look a bit more like Jason is underwater. And he did a good job with this, not really having much give. Maybe he wanted to point the feet a little bit or something like that. But it's a good start. Definitely wouldn't hit like on this. Looks like he's got a video here too. This is an effect. All right. This is from Roberto Flames, who takes some really nice pictures. I really like this whole um, staging area. I'm not sure if this is a diorama. No, he's outdoors. So here's his seaside. That's one thing that we promote a lot in the group is showing your seaside. You know, you show a A shot, a B shot, a C shot. A shot is your main shot that you post for everybody to see. The B side will be just some variation of the A. Maybe you switched out the character or changed the angle or changed the lighting, changed the backdrop color, something like that. And then the C side is you show how it was shot, show the area. And this is a great learning tool, a C side. This is something that has been teaching people how to display, how to set up, how to light for many years now in the group. And you see everything he went through getting down on the ground here to take this wonderful shot. This is a really nice shot. I like this a lot. Looks like the old Toy Biz horse. Looks like he could have got Link sitting down on the horse a bit more, but this is good. I really like the lighting and everything. I'm gonna hit like on that. This I really like as well. I liked this yesterday. It's kind of low count. This is one of those things that, I don't know, Star Wars for sometimes those shots don't get a lot of love. I think these might be 3/4 inch figures. Yeah, I'm pretty sure because I don't think they made 6-inch versions of these vehicles. But Jay Haywood takes a lot of Star Wars pictures. I think he takes all Star Wars stuff, or primarily Star Wars stuff. I don't know. Maybe he could. I like the fact that they're kind of walking here, and it just kind of shows motion that this first one is not fully in frame. But I probably would have took a B side or something like that with all of them in frame. But this looks great. He's got the smoke here, and I'm not sure if he's using actual some real smoke or what. I don't think he's got a seaside here, but it looks great. Like I said, I like this already. I think it's really well done. This is from Johnny Woo, who I've mentioned. I think he takes a lot of photos where the focus is not as crisp as some other people. He does a lot of like mood lighting and shots and stuff like that. And oftentimes it looks wonderful. I mean, Johnny is damn near professional. I think in this instance it looks wonderful. But I see sometimes he does some things with props that are kind of like, I don't know if you needed that. And it's a lot of times with cats and rats and stuff that he didn't really need to put in there. But overall, this looks great, and the focus is mostly here. And I do like the way this looks, though. This is nice. I already like this. And this is somebody, Johnny is somebody who, like, I talked about this with him like a year or so ago. He wasn't even using dioramas. He was shooting primarily outdoors, using dioramas and kind of learning how to light within a closed sort of environment, like stage lighting and stuff like that. Is something that he learned and perfected in the ACBA group. And again, this is somebody that has a book published and doing different campaigns with different companies and stuff like that. But the group, the process, the learning experience in the group is tried and tested, man. It is what it is. Stephen Court Smith takes a lot of photos with the He-Man figures, and I thought this was funny. I thought this was nice. I already liked it. Probably my only critique here is maybe I would have moved Evelyn. I think that's Evelyn. Moved her in just a little bit so you can see the full sign. But I love the way this looks like motion, and he took a lot of time with all of these signs and stuff like that. The work put into this, you got to give him credit for this. He deserves a like, and you can see his seaside here. So this took a lot of time, a lot of effort. See, it's a lot of lighting that he's using there, and I definitely like that. Tom Green takes a lot of nice pics. I don't really see much wrong here. It's pretty simple. He's wiping off the knife. He's got some real blood effect, not real blood, but you know, effect where you can see. And that looks good. I don't really see anything wrong with this. It's pretty good. I'm gonna hit like on that. Adder Andrew Sheard takes a lot of Star Wars stuff. I don't really see anything wrong with this. It's pretty nice. It's moody. I think these are like 3/4 inch figures here. He's got a B side, and this looks very cinematic. It looks good. Not gonna get too much love in the group for whatever reason. People don't really, you know, look at stuff and look at the time and energy that went into stuff. Sometimes people just want to see Spider-Man, and it is what it is. But my eye is looking at stuff. I'm gonna hit like on that. That looks good. This is Diego Carlo, somebody that definitely came up in the group learning, training, and has basically gotten a lot better in a short amount of time. And this is really nicely staged here. A lot going on as far as the depth of this. It's a lot. He'd be doing too much here with a lot of extra B and B plus and all of that stuff. I think he should save some of that stuff for another platform and not like blow his load all in one thing here. I'm trying to see where his C side is. Here we go. All right, so you can see that. A lot of layering. And he's got the Boundless Brooklyn thing here. And this looks good, man. He did the two that I like. I like the daytime one with the Revoltech Spidey better. I think it was Revoltech Spidey. But this is really nice. And I didn't like this yet, but I like the other one, so it's pretty good. I like the other one better. Like I said, the daytime shop is a little better. This is, I don't know this guy that much, Brian O'Regan. I don't really know what's going on here, but it looks like he's holding the camera down over the figures, and that's usually a no-no. Most times you want to get low and get level with the figures to take a better shot. So good try, good attempt, but I definitely wouldn't hit like on that. This is Simon Hill. I sort of seasided this in Plastic and Paint. He posted this. This looks almost real. That's pretty good the way he did that. I'll show you the seaside here. If it is here, I don't know where the seaside is, but he's very good at making tangible water and making things look like it's water, and using plastic wrap and saran wrap and then incorporating some real water here. So this was really nicely done. I'll come back to that later. He don't need my light right this moment. And there's that other lighter shot of his Jason figure, which looks really good. I think the feedback here was for him to make it darker originally. This was posted in 2017, and to maybe add some more in the back. And then I think that's what he did, and that's what you saw with the other shot. This is an old one from him. I guess they bumping up shots. Christopher Jung, Delicious Poses, has been testing his limits and trying to be better. This is really nice. Distance and spacing and staging between the figures here. And his backdrop is nicely lit. It's vibrant. It's pretty good. I don't know what this team is, but it's actually a solid shot. I'll give him a like here. And this right here definitely needs some work. Josh Gavin, looks like he's just trying to promote his review. Oh man, he's got a review with him and the camera. I will not look at that. Yo, if you review figures and you and the camera, forget about it. Trevor Williams, 1/6 shooter, probably one of the best in the group. Always taking wonderful pictures, always wonderful lighting, staging. This looks wonderful, but because it's not, I think these are Mythic Legion figures. Well, at least this one is. I don't know where he got this other Panther from, but look at his seaside. A lot of work went into this. The loom cubes, the large lights, the backdrop, everything here. Very, very well done. Nice angle. This is good. I already hit like on that. Michael David takes a lot of great pictures, incorporating a lot of cutouts and stuff in his pictures. He's got the new Alfred here. He did a good job with this piece. A lot of people use this piece and they don't really go to distance as far as kind of blending it in with something else to make it look good and make it look seamless. But he did a good job here. However, if he shot these guys with a shotgun in the head, it wouldn't be it wouldn't be much left. But it is what it is. I like the added touch there. I like Alfred cocking the shotgun, and this is great though. This is really nicely done. I had already hit like on this, and that looks good. Toy Wally with a nice little panel shot with Alfred here. This is really nicely done. Just showing Alfred doing his duty. Always waiting for Batman. This is nice. A nice set of panels here. I don't really have any critiques here, except maybe in the Batcave. Maybe this could have been a little darker, maybe a dark blue or something like that here. But I hit like on this. This was really nicely done. The staging posing, everything here is really nice. Brandon, always doing his thing with the Batman animated series figures. He's probably the best in the game with these figures. They should absolutely hire this guy. This one's okay. You know, I hit like on it already. Not one of his best, but it's still very, very fucking good. Let's see if you got a seaside here. Yes, he does. I don't know if you guys are seeing that, if this is in my view. There we go. See. So again, you can see from all the seasides that I've shown so far how much time, energy, and attention to detail people are paying as far as setting up these shots, man. This is not easy. This is not some fly-by-night shit. This is my picture. I had posted this for some critique. I like the feedback that I had got as far as the foot. One person said this was a little distracting, but this was me hot in the stand. Of course, ACBA, true ACBA is about doing it tangibly and figuring out how you can do it tangibly. And here's my seaside. I put a video up actually.
A bit more and clean it up, but I broke the light that was.
Yeah, I was talking about how I broke my light, which I'm pissed about. This is really nice. I think I'm not sure who this is, Another World 1976. Maybe could have moved the figure a little more front and center, but this area looks like it's a real outdoor area. Gotta watch out for stuff like this, a leaf. You know, this is life-size leaves in here, so that doesn't look that great. You know, I'm going to pay attention to detail. I wouldn't hit like on that, but just because of that. This I like a lot. Akira Joe is very consistent with his posting. He posts a lot of stuff with the same sort of lighting. I've commented on that within like the past week or two. I told him that, but this looks great. I love the addition of the skeleton here. It looks like Hercules is on some type of quest through some crazy area, some mythical area. This stage in here is just wonderful. You can see his seaside here and everything that he went through. You know, this stuff is not easy, man. It's not easy, but the end result here is wonderful. I already hit like on that. It's another one of my shots. This right here, Stephen Court again with the Masters of the Universe figures. This one I don't really like too much. Julio Yaber-Corcus, I guess is how you pronounce it. He made a point to mention that he hit this with light, with some real light. It's tangible. I don't know how I really feel about this one. I will swing back around to this one. It's not really catching my eye right this moment. This right here, I'm not feeling this at all. I don't even know what's going on. But Mike Fink has been posting a lot. And, you know, sometimes you got to worry about quality over quantity. This just seems like it's just one of those things. He just posted just to post. Daniel Goulart takes a lot of great pictures. I like the action here. I don't know. I maybe would have put these guys more into the middle of the picture, or maybe made this shot wider or something like that, or just not included these guys at all. Or if you were, then do like a true Sinister Six. But I like the action here. Focus here is a little off. It could just be Facebook fucking up the quality here, but he incorporated a cutout, which looks pretty good. This is not bad. You know, I think it could have been a little more crisp, but I like Sandman's pose, and I like what he's got going on here for the most part. It's still solid work. This is seaside. And this is nice. This is really nice. I hit like on this already. Kind of replicating the scene from the new Joker movie, as you can see here. That's what he was going for. And I don't really have no issues with that. I think it's well done. And all right, I've been going for a while. Ryan Gomez, this is really nice. He's been taking a lot of pictures with these 3/4-inch soldiers. This looks really good. Low light count, but I mean, it's great. I like the explosion. I like the focus here. It's not like any known characters here, so that's probably why it's not heating up. But I recognize that it's good, solid work regardless. Here's Johnny again with another really nice shot. I think he's using a spray bottle here to really get that effect going. He might have photoshopped this stuff. He does a little Photoshop stuff here and there, especially when it comes to the stands and stuff like that. I'd like to see him do it 100% tangibly and just hit the right angle and hide some of the stands sometime. I think he could easily do that. James Talavera takes a bunch of pictures with this cop shit. I don't know if he wants to be a cop or somebody in his family is a cop or what, but I don't know what's going on with that. Patrick Thomas, this is so crisp and so clean. He takes a lot of really nice crisp shots. I'm not a fan of crossovers and stuff like that, so I don't know about Jason taking on Marty McFly here. I don't know. I wouldn't hit like on it, but it is very good and very clean though still. The Photoshop, I'm not. When I see Photoshop, it's gotta really be phenomenal for me to like it. It was kind of unnecessary here, and again, it's a crossover, so that's just not my cup of tea. Same thing here. Picture from Simon. This is really nice. It was a nice, simple Sunday shot. Looks like Brad just took the head off and put it in a bunch of balls. Pause. That running pose looks really, really weird, and it's weird that he's got all of this in the way. It would have been nice for just like an open field, but Norm takes a lot of nice shots though, but this one didn't really catch on, you can see. And all right, I got to get out of here. I'm gonna do this session again on Instagram at some point, but yeah, I've been going for quite some time. All right.
So we gon' party like it's 2011. Fiend had the nerve to actually give him 24/7. I told this nigga, dog, I do this 24/7. You must be sick. You better come with that dub and get the fuck off the strip. Quick, prick.